Hello, my name is Herbert Holt, and I am going to be giving the part of the presentation on the overview of the culture of England. The people of England are generally seen overly formal, but this is just due to the reserved attitude that they have, and they are actually very welcoming of outside people. They have a great sense of humor as well as a very live culture, and this is especially the case in London, which, as anyone may well know, is the capital of England. In a business sense, they generally have laid-back meetings, but they are strictly and promptly to the point, and they expect everyone to be formal as well as having a professional attitude and adhering to all the customs that are inherent within this. The fact of punctuality takes precedence over everything, and they rather you be punctual in all aspects when it comes to meetings, reservations, anything of the sort that requires a time. Punctuality is deemed disrespectful if you are late, and in a business culture that would not be a wise thing to do. Also, in a sense of the business meetings, it should be planned out well in advance. That way anyone that is supposed to be attending the meeting will have adequate amount of time to make arrangements to be at the meeting and punctual. With that being said, further into the culture, dining. While you're out dining, you should first not be loud and disrespectful to the waiters, because they are managing your food. No one wants to upset a waiter. Also, when in need of the attention of the waiter, you raise your hand, you do not shout for the waiter, and this could bring embarrassment to yourself if you do. Dining in another sense in a person's home. The first rule of the mannerisms that should be kept is hands should be placed on top of the table at all times, not in the pocket, not fumbling around with phones or writing or anything of the such. Also, business conductions should not happen at the residence unless the host themselves instigate this. A person trying to initiate conversations about money or business as a guest would be seen as disrespectful to the host, and this would generally lose respect for the individual that is bringing about the subject. Also, along with this, can come into play with dress. Generally, in the larger cities such as London, dress is seen as more formal. This adheres to the professionalism and the business-like sense of London, which, as previously stated, was the capital of England. Also, a mannerism that is very well respected in the English culture is speaking in superlatives, such as don't use conjunctions or anything such as that, as I just did. And that goes along with being polite and making sure that you're completely understood. Manners, you should also, or men should always open doors for women. That goes along with being polite and respectful. Also, if you are from outside of England, do not be too casual with speaking and be lazy with terms, because most people of London, England, are very well educated, and therefore they expect a certain level of vocabulary usage and enunciation along with articulation when it comes in terms of speaking. Also, if you're not English, do not try to present an English accent. That will be extremely disrespectful to the people and their culture that has developed over the many years. And last but not least, always, as with anything, any culture, staring is a sign of disrespect. If you're a guest, you'd never want to stare, and no one wants to be stared at themselves. And as I said, my name is Herbert Holt, and this is a general overview of the culture of England. Thank you.